Welcome back to the third episode of the Boys Only Podcast. I'm your host, Lorenzo Vasquez.
Co-host Jalen Vasquez. And for today, we have our cousin, Crystal. And I know this is a Boys Only podcast, but she actually pulls more than the boys.
A lot more.
So, well, you said earlier used to.
I used to.
Yeah.
Used to. Past tense.
Yeah, so she's one of the boys. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for having me. When the first podcast, he said, this is going to be a boys only. And, I kind of shed a little tear, but then I was like, when he asked me, I was like, oh, I'm one of the boys.
No, yeah, we want to thank you for coming on. Real quick, just want to say, tell us about yourself. Obviously we know Crystal, but, we have, 27 fans right now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But, what do they not know about you?
I feel like, people know a lot about me because I'm one to Snapchat my life away and
A lot.
Facebook my life away. But...
I've been to every concert you've been to.
No, straight up. I don't know, I love to just share, my life with everybody. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm an open book. That's why I'm excited to be here because I'm like, I don't know what to expect, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever it is, I'm just gonna put it out there. Even the good, the bad. That's what I'm here for. So.
You're also a mom.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm a mom of two.
Recently,
I have a
Recently, too.
3-week-old tomorrow. She'll be 3 weeks, and a 3-year-old. So it's been fun. It's been a ride. It's been a crazy ride, but I think the hard times, the hard moments. It's always worth it when you have your little ones here, and I'm sure you guys can relate to that.
Yeah. No, definitely. So I just want to hop in. We'll go right away some questions. What is something Crystal does on her off time? What's a hobby you got? What do you do?
So on my off time, what do I like to do? I love, now that I'm a mom, before I was a mom, I loved to party and go bar hopping and pass out, black out. But now, Crystal, Selina now, I think on my off time, I love spending time with my girls, with Ashley, Alana, and now Mia. Going.
Shout out Ashley.
Going
Ashley.
to.
And your broken ankle. That's
Please don't bring that up.
Oh, we're bringing that one up because you both part of that story.
That was a good night.
And spending time with family. I think kind of. I grew up the way you guys grew up. We have that very strong family dynamic where, we have to hang out at least twice a month, every other week. Sometimes we'll hit each other up like, hey, it's been a minute, let's hang out at mom's. And I think
is that where you guys usually go?
To my mom's or my place, or Christian has a place now, so we'll go over to his.
He lives really far south, right?
Yeah,
South Denver. It's far.
Don't put out his address on here.
Denver Tech Center.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 South Street. But,
no, yeah, he's out in DTC, the Denver Tech Center. So,
wow.
But either way, we still manage to find time to hang out and. So yeah, just spend time with my family. I'm more of a laid back person now that I'm a mom. And don't get me wrong, I'm still down to get crazy.
Hell yeah.
I have it in a minute, but I'm waiting for the right time. I just had a baby.
I think the last time we got crazy was Desiree's birthday party.
Oh, that was rough.
At my parents' house?
Was I there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for was it? Yeah, it was.
Oh shit! I know.
That's my wife Desiree in the
Yeah,
background.
she's in the background.
Was it the wedding? The wedding?
No. It was like December, New Year's time. We had a party for Desiree's 21st.
In the basement?
Ashley came over.
Oh my god.
That was the last time we got crazy.
And then at the end of that party, when that freaking fight went down, women, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on?
Dude, okay, I remember now.
Yeah, we were an hour in.
I got in trouble that night too. So.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna bring that part up.
But no, we were an hour in, and Des I need to go to bed. And I'm like, we just started. Like, what do you mean we need to go to bed? Like, he's like, I don't feel so good. I gotta go to bed. And we went to bed, and I was like, oh man.
That was the last time we got.
That was the last time we got crazy.
For you.
Because we used to have like the EDC kind of crazy. Those are the days.
Okay, that's a good question. How did you guys do it?
Dude,
Like,
so the
EDC is insane.
So the first year though, at the
I
Luxor.
have a 4-letter word. 5-letter word. Drugs.
4-letter, I was like, oh, it's cocaine.
I was like, wait,
Dude,
it's all the drugs.
So when we were at the Luxor, one of the girls that they had brought to the hotel, she brought a huge bottle of Grey Goose, dude. It was done within the first day.
Oh my god.
In her luggage. How
Yeah.
did she get it there? I mean,
it was huge, dude. So, and then we're sitting there, and right before we leave, we take a couple shots. We come back. Her, Christian, the girl. I try not to name drop everybody, but the other girl, like, dude, all they were doing was just shots. And me and Ashley, shout out Ashley again.
Shout out Ashley.
we were going to bed. We were trying to sleep because I was so. This is my second rave ever, and it was EDC.
That's so crazy.
The first day, and I'm exhausted. I want to go to bed. I'm trying to lay down. I'm sleeping, and then I just hear everyone laughing in the background, and then I just feel something on the side of my head. And I'm like, "What the hell is it, bro?" They squirted lotion on my head, and then they grabbed a handful of glitter and just threw it on me.
Handfuls of glitter.
And then they were like, "Come on, primo!" Like before that, "Come on, primo!
No, well, I
take
mean,
another shot. Do it for us. Do it for us, bro. For the primos." And I was like,
oh my god.
So I get up and I take a shot.
I was like, "You want to hang with the big
Yeah,
kids?
for real.
You gotta
For real.
drink like
She
the
hit me with
big
it.
kids."
That is
Like,
crazy.
And that was the first time I'd ever seen her like that.
Yeah.
And your brother like that. That was like in their element. Like that was wild.
Dude, we would. Yeah, I honestly don't know how we got away with like a lot of the shit we
Well,
would
and
do.
then remember, I had that big old bottle of Jaeger, and I put it in my
I
bag.
remember that story.
I had a water pack, and I dumped all of it.
The camel bag.
Yeah, the camel bag. I dumped it because there was this one security guard. He didn't check all the bags correctly, and I knew it. And I told him, I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna go in this line because he's not gonna check right."
Yeah.
And so I left a little bit of water in the actual like straw part, so you couldn't see what it was.
Yeah.
And I walked right through, dude. We were in there. I was giving out shots. Dude, it's
Dude,
so
we
hot.
were the coolest
It was
people at
so-
EDC
it was
because
so
we had
hot.
a camel bag
Yeah,
full
dude.
of Jaeger.
It was, dude. Everyone's like putting their mouths on. Dude, back in the day, I didn't care. Now I'm like, ugh.
I
Like,
didn't know about COVID. Yeah.
EDC is like one of the things where I always looked at and I was like, that's just so crazy because I see the videos, and I remember like the first year you went like 2018 or something like that, the trailer, and I was rewatching that trailer. That's so crazy, and it's probably bigger now. I'm assuming for how freaking long it's been around.
I mean, it is bigger, but the last few times I went, it's changed.
Really?
Like, believe it or not, like the energy, the plur, the peace, love, unity, respect. We used to, we lived by, peace, love, unity, respect.
Yeah.
Now you have like the younger generation taking over, stealing cell phones.
it's just party.
That's crazy.
And it's not. I feel personally, I don't think it's like the same energy, the same vibes. But I mean, I would love to experience it. Sometime again, soon maybe.
We have to do the
Actually,
old
let's see.
people. We have to do the old people way though.
We gotta
I
take my
can't
Tio
camp, dude.
Lorenzo.
I can't camp. When we camped that first year,
That was crazy.
that was rough.
Christopher still does, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, that's great. And it's funny because a lot of my friends now, they all rave.
Oh,
They did for, I don't know if they rave as much anymore, but like their college years, like freshman to senior college, they all rave. They're like, bro, and I'm like, dude, I look at them and I'm like, y'all don't know raving.
Dude.
I raved once, but I'm like, dude, y'all, I saw the videos and heard the stories of my brother and my cousins.
Yeah.
Y'all don't rave. Y'all do not. You guys go to Decadence, hang out for a night, go to sleep.
Drink.
I'm a bro. Like I see the videos of you guys staying up for days on
Dude,
end.
it was bad. So
It's crazy.
Yeah.
the
I
last time that I went, I also ended up in the ambulance.
That's
But we were at the camping site, and you get there and there's the pre-party, right? So you go to the pre-party.
Because you're camping, so you get all
Yep.
these extra perks.
So
from
then
DJs.
you wake up, and there's the day party. That starts early, and it goes all the way until like a couple hours before actual EDC, and then you go all night, and then you do it all over again for 3 to 4 full days.
When you leave EDC at like what 5, 6 in the morning, is that when it ends?
Yeah, it's like dusk
Then
dawn.
the after party starts at camp.
Yep.
So you're just it's nonstop.
It's nonstop, and it's
wild.
crazy, dude, because you can just drink for days.
That's crazy.
Like that's all I remember doing is like always having Modelo's, and then like it's just it gets so hot that you have to chug them.
Yeah.
Because ice bags over there. Sorry. Is like $15, bro. $12 for one like pound of ice. It's insane. Like it was just, but that was our first year. That was our first year, and everything was like trial and error. So it was crazy.
Going back to your memory, what was your guys' diet? What were you guys eating out there?
Nothing, dude.
Nothing,
I'm telling you, like
I think I ate 2 pizzas a day. 2 slices of pizza.
Dude, my first year at EDC, I had just turned 21, so it was like in 2014.
Bang.
Dude, a while ago. And I remember when I came back home, Christopher was like, bro, you look skinny as fuck. And I was like, really? Like, ooh. But at the same time, like, I remember, like, kind of weighing myself because I'm like, did I really lose that much weight? Like, you know? And sure enough, like, I think I lost, like, almost 10 pounds in 1 week of being there. It was a whole week.
That's good. That is
but I'm telling you, dude, we wouldn't eat our breakfast, like, you know, and I'm not, you know, don't try this at home. Don't, you know, I'm not saying, like, do this but back in the day, you know, I used to fly with, like, 8 balls of cocaine.
Yeah.
How would I do it? That's a secret. I just no, but I mean, you know, and we would take Molly, we would take shit ton of coke, and we would take ecstasy pills, and sometimes shrooms.
Damn.
And you know, obviously, you're living that party life, the nightlife. You don't even have time. You don't even want to eat.
Yeah.
Because you're so strung on all these drugs. And, you know, thankfully I don't do that anymore. This is, you know, it was my past, but it was crazy, like, to stay up for like a whole week straight. I actually ended up in the hospital too.
Oh yeah, you did, huh?
How dehydrated I
was.
Wow.
So it was EDC.
Keep it in the family.
Was like, it was EDC, and then a week later it was my birthday. So
they stayed in.
So we were like, you know what? My birthday's coming up. Let's stay here.
Yeah.
And we started off at the MGM Grand, and then we ended off at like this ghetto ass hotel.
Wasn't it like Hooters or something?
Dude, no, it got worse. We did go to Hooters.
It got worse.
We went to Hooters, and then after Hooters, we were like running out of money. So we had to literally stay in one of those hotels where like the bunk of the bottom of the mattress is cement. So you know those are like the prostitute hotels.
Oh my god.
Dude, ghetto.
What's the address of this?
So
next time I go,
I got a crib. I don't know. Yeah, I'm excited.
it was ghetto. Like, you know, I think back, I'm like, we did some.
So you guys staying was a game time decision? It wasn't planned ahead of
No,
time?
it wasn't
Wow.
planned. It was a game time decision because, you know.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. So,
well, and then you guys ended up in a penthouse with somebody, right?
Oh yeah, that was a different year. Yeah, we did.
Oh, it was
end up.
a different
I think
year?
it was at the Wynn. We
They met somebody.
We met some guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to pull guys too.
She saw Travis Hunter pull both sides.
No, I'm just
Travis Hunter.
No, dude, my friends. I mean, we just had it like that, dude. I mean, Christian, you know how friendly he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He knows a lot of
He's just praying
people.
for everybody out
You
there.
know, I had
Love.
other girlfriends and you know, friends that we were a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
So we did end up in the penthouse, and that night was wild too. But good times.
So I had a list of questions from Alva, one of a family friend, and she just sent me a bunch of great questions. So, what's your favorite restaurant, place to eat, and what do you eat?
Dude, I'm gonna have to say my favorite restaurant right
guess it?
now.
Can I guess it?
Yeah,
I wanna guess it.
Yeah.
Has it been one of your favorite restaurants for a while, or no?
No, it just opened.
Oh wow! Oh, I was gonna say Hooters.
I took him
Yeah.
there.
Oh, the sushi place?
Yeah. I don't know the name of it. I can't remember.
It's Chubby Fish sushi.
Oh,
Y'all
shout
gotta
out.
try it out.
Chubby Fish.
Chubby Fish.
Wanna do a-
It's
it's
all you can eat sushi. They know it's there, so say
Well,
you
you
wanna
took
go
shots
there.
with the owners.
Yeah, we
The
did.
the second night that it opened, right?
So we went the opening night. I think it was the second night.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of people there, but I think they just, I don't know, they came up, the manager came up to our table and he was like, do you guys want to take shots?
Again, y'all are vibes.
Yeah. And he was like, the owners want to take shots with you guys. So we were like, what?
They're like, you paid our electrical bill
Like-
for the 2 nights. So.
Well, it's funny, dude, because when I went with them, they get like boats full of just sushi.
Telling you.
I know, I need to go.
And when we went,
I love it though.
I looked at all this. I was like, "Yo, dude, we're not eating this. Like, this is insane." And we waited like an hour and a half,
Yeah,
right? And I was like, "We're not eating this, dude." We ordered more after the first round. I think we had like 3 rounds of sushi. And Christopher, he ate crap ton. He's small, but he eats so much sushi.
He does, yeah.
But you used to be a big Hooters person, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought Hooters. That's why I thought Hooters.
Oh, the wings, yeah.
Yeah, I just used to.
And the breast.
The wings.
The breast.
The breasts.
The thighs. Everything. Great establishment, honestly. Like, oh, that's a funny one. If you had a pet parrot, what would it say? Like, what do you say the most around your house that it would mimic back to you? Mine's definitely the F word or damn it. That's 100%.
What would it be?
Or hook 'em. I yell hook 'em a lot. Today I was going off. Today was
I don't know. It would probably be something that I like scream at Alana.
What would that be?
Alana. Or Alana calling your mommy.
Chingao.
Did she go?
So next time,
the parrot would be like, Alana, chingao.
So I have a question I really want to ask because I was doing some research on the other day, and if you guys don't know, back in the day, I was a huge fan of this rapper singer based out of Fort Lupton, Colorado, named Selina, and she was the vibe. So I was looking up and I saw one of your music videos for the Champion song.
Oh, dude.
How did that music video come apart? Because you were performing in the ring, you guys did the music video inside the ring, you guys watched like the fights. You had a belt that said Evil Trucking.
Yeah,
yes.
bro.
So
I haven't seen that music video in a while,
dude,
bro.
I watched it this morning. So how did that come about?
So, as you guys know, like I don't know if you knew or not, but my dad was behind like a lot of this. You know, my dad, me and my friend, one of my friends,
Old friend.
one of my old
Just
friends,
kidding.
we sat and like, well, she started making music first, and then I was kind of like, well, I've always like kind of liked doing that too. Like, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
So then she sent me this beat for Done Forever. And I was like, listening to it. Yeah.
Okay,
And then, I wrote like my part and I like showed her and she was like, holy shit, that sounds good. So then she put her part and like it turned into like this, the Done Forever song. So then my dad heard it and my dad was like, dang, Mija, like, that sounds good.
Would you say your dad was your number 1 fan?
Oh yeah, dude.
All right, that's cool.
Till this
I was
day,
there,
he definitely was.
I cried to go to your concert. That's cool. They had to sneak me in because it was 16 plus, and I was like 13. But that's cool.
And so my dad, dude, he was like, Mija, like right now, UFC is so big, and like we want you to go big and like make a song about UFC and I have connections and I'll get you in a fight and I'll do this and that. Dude, my dad had all the connections.
That's cool. He did.
So he told me and Chela, well, my friend that we used to like write music
we'll cut
together.
That out.
He was like, if you write this song in one day, I'll give you guys $100 each. And we were like, what? Back in the day, $100
without
was
inflation.
like, without inflation. $100 was $100.
Shout out Biden.
So, we were like, you know what, let's do it. But I didn't know much about UFC, so I told my dad, what are some key words? Like, what, what do they do? Like, what is, so he told me, like, you say this. And then you do this, and then a naked choke, and then this. So we were like, all right, like we had a list of like words that we can add to the song. So then we wrote the song, and then my dad kept his promise. He had a show up in, I don't even know where, dude. It was like in Denver, and he got a hold of some videographers.
Yeah.
And the videographer that did our video was actually a videographer that did one of Snoop Dogg's videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that was such an honor, to have these people recording a video for us, dude. And I remember, like, I was recording and, like, my feet were shaking because I was so nervous. It was, like, the first time ever doing that.
Yeah.
And I remember, they were trying to get me to, like, take a deep breath and, like, but thankfully in the video you can't really tell how nervous I was.
Yeah.
So then he got us a show. He booked a show for us during, like, the halftime. And that's when we actually recorded the music video on that same day. And we took a scene over there before, like, it all started.
Yeah.
And then they actually recorded us while we were performing there.
Oh, okay.
So we got to perform, and it was a cool experience, dude.
I was looking at it today. I'll put that link in the description just to check it out. It was cool. I remember one of my favorite stories was that I wanted to go to you because you opened for at the Maravilla here in town. You opened for Baby Bash.
Baby Bash,
they
baby.
didn't let you go? Did you go after all?
Yeah, so they wouldn't let me go at first, and I was like, dude, like I want to go. Well, then your dad was like, if you help me sell CDs, I'll let you in. So then I sat there while everyone else was going. I had to sell CDs. I don't think they still make the CDs, but I helped sell CDs, and then we got up there, and then me, like Vienna and Christian were all front row, we're all jamming out, dude. And it was awesome. And
That's
then
cool.
Baby Bash went up, and he's freaking going down. I was like, look at Cyclone.
Yeah.
And then Christian like, come back. So then we went to the back. I didn't get to meet Baby Bash, but I was like, Baby Bash, freaking nice to dude. But yeah, that was cool. I remember that. That was a lot of fun. I just you jamming out and stuff. That was awesome.
That was a really cool experience. Yeah. No, I'm honestly blessed, that I was able to experience that. And
well, the cool thing about you is that you always say yes. Like there's never something that you worry about. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? You're always like open-minded to doing something new. So
always.
I've always thought that was really cool about you, that you're always willing to try new things.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So, and also another great story is when we went camping back in the day.
Oh my god.
And went to Lake McConaughey, and that is the first time in my life I ever experienced racism.
Oh.
And homophobia. It was the craziest thing in the world, bro. I was like 12 or something like that. Like,
no, I felt bad. It was a horrible experience. Like, almost pressed charges, but it was crazy. Yeah.
They were like calling her and Ashley, like they were calling them faggots, which was terrible. They were
nasty lesbians.
Yeah.
And
calling them cunts. And the worst part, and I look back at it now and it sucks because I remember going back and they said all these words, and I asked Crystal, like, what does cunt mean?
Oh, okay.
Like, I didn't know what these words meant, and they were saying these things.
You were pretty innocent back in the day, bro.
I was pretty innocent, bro.
You was.
That's the first time I didn't drink, but that's the first time I ever taste alcohol. Because Christopher, they had like a bottle of Ciroc, and he's like, bro, try some. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Bro, he was like 12 too.
Yeah. And he's like, try some. I'm like, no. It was me, him, and Neto in the tent. He's like, try some, and I'm like,
see, I wasn't there,
dude.
Thea.
No, hold on that. And he's like, try it, dude. And I was like, no, I don't want it. He's like, just try it. I'm like, no. And he's like, well, here. And he like put it on a lime, and he's like, taste the lime. And I taste the lime.
What?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I was just the most disgusting thing in my life. I'm gonna be sober the whole my life.
Forward 10 years later, he's out
Yeah,
there.
dude. I know,
Ciroc.
Oh man. But no, that was a crazy trip. Remember that storm hit us really bad, like twice.
The truck
Truck got stuck, dude. Alonso was all trying to help push it and stuff, and we're trying to get it out, dude.
Shout out Alonso. We were just talking about you the other day. We were just talking about you.
Yeah, we love you.
You might not see us in Mexico, but
I doubt it. I don't know.
Might.
Let me know.
Maybe.
You never know.
But no, that was a fun. And then we coming home and we're in Sterling or something like that, and the truck broke down, bro.
The red truck?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's like 3 a.m.
No, I think we ran out of gas.
Was that part of it?
Bro, how many times have you ran out of gas in your life?
Dude, it doesn't happen anymore.
She's got an electric car.
I have responsibilities now, so that
She's got an electric car, runs out of
happen.
energy instead of gas.
I remember one time we were going to a bar, and we were driving in Ashley's like little blue Chevy Cruze, and you guys were like, "Do we need to make it to a gas station?" I was like, "What?" Like, you guys are literally on E, on like the red line, and we're driving around for like 10 minutes trying to find, and they're like, "Well, you got to push." I ain't pushing. I was like, "What are we talking about?" But yeah, dude.
No,
always,
that's a bad habit that we actually like. I have a pet peeve about now because we have the girls.
Well, yeah, and that's something that I always worry about. Is like, if an emergency happens, you need to have gas.
Yeah.
Like, and I get on Cat about that all the time. Like, it needs to be at least like half, at least. And then once you get to half, fill it up. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, no, I agree. I always tell her, she'll be like, I'm going to put $5. I'm like, no, put like $15, $20.
Yeah.
Like, don't fill that shit up.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, you got stranded out there in Sterling because you had any gas, and then they're like, actually, like, if we call I heard if you call the cops, they'll bring you gas. Just call the cops, like, we don't bring people gas. But then, so we start pushing it, and then we start going, oh, we're good, and then it dies out again. So the finally, I'm like, I'm just calling my dad. Like, I called Dad, and Dad's like, hey, I'm like, dude, we're stranded, like, in Sterling. And Dad's like, all right, cool. So then they came and picked us up, and then Dad got the whole truck going. And cool, we're good. So I hop in the truck with Crystal, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, come home with me. You live with me. I'm like, oh, that's a great plan. Oh, yeah. Dad. But yeah, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. And it was like, in that truck, it was Crystal, Ashley, me, Christopher, Neto.
Dude, how did your parents let you just roll with us and knowing? Well, I guess they.
Sorry, Mom. I don't think my mom watched the episode ever. That's the first time I ever saw weed. Crystal pulled out a big old bag of weed, bro.
Really?
Big old bag, dude. I was like,
cross state lines, bro.
Nah,
dude.
we were
just kidding.
We were Colorado.
Just kidding.
I'm telling you, I've
I was like, wow, dude. And then, like, when all that stuff was going on, when all the people were, like, they're like, kicking water in Crystal's face. And then, in reality, we're probably going to...
What started it?
Oh, I started it, technically. They had a boat, and I, like, was going, and I was touching the rope or something like that. Somebody with a rope.
He was, like, swimming under.
Yeah.
Being a kid.
And another kid, like, their son ran down, and he's, like, coming down, and he's like, get the fuck away from our rope. And he's younger than me.
Dude, like a 7, 8-year-old.
Chris was
a
like,
little
what?
kid.
Like, yo, like, go get your parents. And the mom and sister come down, and the mom's just like, get the fuck away from our boat, you fucking spicks. And we're like, whoa. And I like I said, I didn't know any of this stuff. But I'm like, dude, what the... And Chris was like, no. And they're like, get out of our waters. We own this area. You see our stuff. We own this. Get out of here. And Chris was like, no, you don't own the lake. Like, no, I'm not leaving. So then we're like, they're arguing. And then the dad comes down. And we're like, I'm thinking, oh, the dad's going to make some type of thing. And he's just like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we're doubling down and everything, dude.
Yeah,
so like,
he was like, we've seen you making out with that girl, you fucking lesbians. And then he was like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, no. Like, you're not going to make me go. Dude, he literally got in my face and, like, you can tell he wanted to punch me, dude. Some big-ass white man.
Dude.
And
that's just Nebraska,
he did
bro.
it. He obviously, they hit me, but he literally, like, kicked down to the water to where he, like, splashed, like, my whole face. And I was still like, no, like, I'm not going to let these people fucking, like, move us. Like, I don't see your name written on here. I was like, I'm going to call the police. Like, the police are the only ones who could make me move. Like, this is not your property. Like, this is not okay. And I felt so bad that Christopher, and Lorencito were so little and had to experience this with us. And for some reason, dude, my tia Gloria was there.
Yeah, because she goes
and she recorded part of it. She did record some of it.
Does she still have it?
And the police, I wonder. But the police came, saw the video.
They called the cops on us, saying that we were bothering them.
They saw the video, and the police were like, wow, like, you can press charges on these people. But you guys will have to come to court in Nebraska. So I was like, as bad as I wanted to, press charges because it was bad. Yeah, it was scary. Bad. It was scary. I was like, you know what? We're gonna move on from this.
Were they telling them? They were like, what did you guys do? Like, you guys are living off of your guys' food stamps?
Yeah, he's like, you guys are living on welfare. Yeah, and I'm like, bitch. Only you knew, like, we do not live off welfare. Bro. And, like, they were like, you see that boat? You see that? I own this shit. Yeah, dude. I own this, you fucking wetbacks. And then the little 7-year-old boy, he was about 7, right? 6, 7. He was like, go back to where you came from, you wetbacks.
Yes, bro, it was crazy.
And we were like, oh my God.
I didn't know it was this deep, bro.
Dude, it was crazy. Scary.
Yeah, because then they were like, when they called the cops, they were trying to say like, oh, they came and started pressing us and telling us stuff. but we already talked to him first, and they're like trying to talk, and you can just see the cop go like, well, they have a video of everything that happened, and they just shut down, like they stopped talking. And he's like, yeah, so honestly, like, whatever you guys tell me doesn't really matter. I just want to know what you guys had to say.
Yeah,
and
it was a scary situation.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that ever since. Thank God. It was scary.
The crazy part is it took me like 5 years later to understand that was racism. I just thought people were just being mean.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was like racism and homophobia. Like, they're being mean to Crystal and stuff. I'm like,
dude, but me, I was like, no, like,
they're not. Leave, bro.
I was like, they're not moving. They're being kids. They're playing like Lorencito, stay, because he was like he didn't know what to do. But I was like, no, stay.
Ashley's like,
let's
just go. Let's just go. He's like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Nice. I will not leave.
Well, way to stand your ground.
Yeah, dude. No, that, like I said,
people like
I don't
that
think
need to be
I've
humbled.
ever experienced anything like that.
They need to be checked quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's good. But the one thing that I did want to bring up, though, was you used to have these parties at a warehouse. Your dad's old shop. It was a big warehouse. And you used to get a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember you invited me. So, it was me and my buddies. I ended up bringing them to come. And then it was funny because when we were there, I was talking to a girl that was there, right? And I mean, she was cute. I can't remember her name. She was from somewhere else. She wasn't from Fort Lupton. But I thought I was hitting it off, right? And I'm like, dude, like this is dope. She's so pretty. Like, I'm just me,
Yeah. A little fugly.
a little fugly. all it is that I'm funny, so.
Yeah.
And I remember walking by one of the cars, and I see you in the car with her making out. I was like, damn.
Oh,
I was like, Crystal's got it, dude. That's when I realized. That's when I realized. I'm like, you have mad game. Like,
I was going to say, that's when I realized that she was a lesbian. I was like, yeah, that's a little late now. Okay.
No, I think I was like 19 or something like that. I think it was like 19, 20. It was right after EDC.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't do that. I didn't know.
I think it's more funny because I was like, because I remember I was like talking her up, I'm like, yeah, like, my cousin, like, she's the one who's like having the party, and we're pretty tight, like I'm like, I know the owner of the property, like we're tight. And then I went to go play beer pong, and I came back, and you guys were in the back seat of some car. I don't know. I don't remember. Didn't you guys have like a white
Charger?
Yeah. No, you didn't have the Charger at that time.
A Hummer?
No. It looked like a white old like Cadillac type thing. I don't know whose car it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably some random stranger's car.
Probably. And I walked by, and like the door was open.
Oh my
and
God.
I think Christian was like outside of the door, like that, and you were in the back seat, and you're just like, I'm all,
yeah, like,
damn, bro, this is
damn, bro, that's that one, huh?
Damn, bro. Yeah,
because if I remember right, how often did my dad call the cops on you guys because you were having parties at the shops?
I mean, from what I know, from what he's told me, it was once.
Okay.
But it probably happened more than once because we had the cops show up at the yard in Fort Lupton. Mm-hmm. And then I think we got threats about cops coming to the one in Erie.
Oh, really?
So.
Damn.
I remember him I'd be like at home, and I remember my dad talking about like he'd be on the phone or talking to my mom, like, I told her, if they throw a party at the Erie yard, I'm going to call the cops. I'm like, the cops are already driving around. Like, I'm not going to let them have a party at the shop. And I'm like, damn, they really like to party up.
Yeah,
they really want to make those parties happen.
Dude, and honestly, like, one of Christian's birthday parties, like, we probably had over like 200 people there. How? I don't even know. Word gets around.
Well, you guys knew a lot of people back in the day, too.
Yeah, we did.
And you'd always, like, tell, like, yeah, bring whoever you want. Like, I'd be like, hey, like, am I cool to bring this person? You're like, I don't care. Bring them all. Like,
yeah, no, it was.
Like, you guys would have enough, too. Like, people would bring their own stuff, but you guys would still have enough bottles and beer.
Dude,
and
I think we still have pictures of, like, the aftermath and probably, like, 60, 70 bottles.
And was it, like, bring your own alcohol, or, like, you just buy all the stuff?
We would buy most of it. We would spend a lot of money on...
Would you do, like, a cover? Like,
we would do, like, kegs.
No, bro.
We do kegs.
You just show up.
Yeah, no, we kind of had money back in the day,
Yeah.
and it wasn't our money, but I don't know how
Is it
we
true?
got money.
Is it true that one time you were going out to like a rave or something like that, and you were with a group of friends, and you went to the ATM, and you're like, yo, hold on, I need to like pull some money out, and they were like, how much are you gonna pull out? Like 100, like $200? You're like, no, probably like 1,000.
Dude,
You're all
yeah.
what? And like you just pull out 1,000 at a time.
No, it's true. Yeah, we used to.
Crazy.
It had a limit. The ATM has a limit, so like I'd have to use it a couple times to get like $1,000, $2,000.
Damn.
But we were reckless, and
Yeah.
and.
I mean, you're young.
Mm-hmm.
It's different.
Did you restart?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go. So yeah, and then I remember a story about like you were like telling your mom like, hey mom, like I need $100, like $100, and she's like, no, like I just gave you money, and you're like, but no mom, that's my money. I want to spend your money.
Dude, yeah, I mean
Dude, yeah.
my mom, I mean they would spoil us.
Yeah.
I remember one time, it was my first time going to Vegas. I was like 21. And my mom was actually going to like Phoenix to see our family up there. And then I remember one morning my mom came up and like woke me up, and she like was like, here's $1,000 for your trip to Vegas.
Really?
And like I was like, oh dang,
yeah.
like
That's cool.
And dude, I was a
Mom,
little
you're slacking.
Yeah, Mom, what's up,
You are
dude?
slacking.
What in the world, dude?
Yeah, no, I remember, and dude, yeah, we were reckless, but
I remember your parents too used to throw the craziest like Christmas parties.
yeah,
Christmas
Those were
Eve.
Christmas Eve parties. Those were so much fun.
with Santa.
Yeah, those were so much fun.
presents. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of good
We
memories.
we talk about this all the time because you guys open your presents on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We open our presents on
on
Christmas,
morning,
and we would
like
go.
white people do. I feel like
I mean-
Mexicans.
I mean, look, that's just.
I mean,
No, no.
y'all are a little more
But-
whitewashed.
But I remember we'd always like, Mom, Dad, like, can we bring our like presents? Like, no, like we open them on Christmas Day. You already know that. And I'm like, ah. So then we would sit there. Everybody's opening
Everybody.
all, and you and your brothers would get so many presents. You get like 30 presents per
Oh my
person,
God.
and everyone's just opening all their stuff. They're like, oh my god! And
Or
we're all
they-
just sitting there like,
Or then your mom or
Damn.
dad be like, oh, like here's you guys' present. Like, oh, cool. My dad's like, yo, put 'em in the trunk.
yeah.
Oh,
Tomorrow,
really?
yeah.
It was probably like the
Holy
last one
shit.
that we went to where he was like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, if they give you one here, you can open it, but we're not bringing any from the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the beginning, he's like, yeah, just go pack them up in the car.
Yeah.
That's funny. No,
It-
yeah.
it's
We
so-
still do that till this day at midnight.
Really?
So the funny part,
Presents.
you're saying that it's a white people thing to open on Christmas Day. I'm married to a German
No,
white.
she said Christmas. That's how
no,
they
for
do it.
Christmas Day, it's white of us to do it on Christmas Day, right?
On Christmas morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas
it's
what?
white. Yeah. So I'm married to a German white woman, and her family opens it on Christmas Eve.
Really?
Yes. So to me,
But technically, you do it at midnight, so that's Christmas
At
Day.
midnight, yeah.
I guess yeah, that's kind of cool. I guess
But
that's
child,
true.
Yeah,
dude, I can't
they're
stay
right.
up to midnight anymore.
Dude,
That's
I,
too much.
Till this day, I still can't fall asleep on Christmas Eve. I take
Oh.
melatonin. I'll sleep. I won't sleep.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. I get trips, like holidays. I won't sleep the day before. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
no,
It's so much fun.
there's night. I mean, there's times where we're like, all right, let's do like 10 or 11, because the girls are like, they start getting anxious, but usually we wait till midnight to open them.
Yeah.
We did have a request for a story from a homeboy, Matt Garza, from a
Hey,
dog.
boy.
We're gonna have him on soon at the barber shop. We just got to work it out, but he's gonna be on here soon.
Oh, that'll be cool.
But he wanted for you to talk about the time you guys were at Extra Point, which is a bar here in Colorado in Thornton.
Yeah, dude.
And what happened?
So, I mean, thank God we weren't there for like what went down. But I remember that night we were, hanging out. We usually get the middle section of the bar area because, we knew everybody. We know the owner. And there was this bartender. Her name was, they would call her Queen Bee.
Hmm.
And she was a baddie. Like, she was a cool girl. So I remember.
Baddie isn't like hot?
I mean, baddie as in like a bad bitch, like
Cool.
cool.
Alright.
She was pretty.
She's hot.
Yeah.
And
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
so she was actually giving me and Ashley shots. Like she was like pouring shots for us, and we were like, woo, having a good time. And at that time, we were supposed to hang out. Our friend was pregnant at the time. She was like probably already 9 months pregnant. So she hits us up and she calls us and she's like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm really tired. And we're like, it's all right. We're having a good time. Like, me and Ashley we were cool with it. We knew she was pregnant.
And you guys didn't have Alana at the time, right?
No, we didn't. So then we were like, we stayed there having a good time. I think it was like midnight. And then out of nowhere, our friend's like, hey girls, like, I'll come by. Like, I have nothing to do. I'm still up. Like, I'm going to come hang out with you guys. So we ended up leaving the bar. And I remember seeing Matt there that night.
He said what's up to you.
Yeah, he did. And then, we hang out with our friend. And then we wake up the next morning to stuff on the news and like on Facebook. Saying that somebody had been shot and there was a shooting at Extra Point. And me and Ashley were like, what? Like, holy crap. Like, and then, we kept reading and then we saw that the bartender that night was shot and killed.
Dude.
And it's crazy because I actually have Snapchat videos of us taking shots with her.
Of that night?
Of that night.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like getting chills right now because of how like crazy that was. And me and Ashley kind of we like hugged.
What made you guys leave?
Our friend said, you know what, I'm coming over, like, and she was 9 months pregnant to our house.
Oh,
I'm gonna come to your house.
Makes sense. I think you meant to the bar.
No, sorry, no, I meant to say like she was gonna hang out with us at our apartment, but then she kind of bailed. And then
so you guys almost stood there later.
After a while she was like, hey, I'm gonna come over. Had she not messaged us to tell us like I'm coming over, we would have stayed there the whole night, but that saved our lives because we were literally sitting like right in the middle, having shots with her. I guess some guy, they kicked him out because he was too drunk. He came back in and started shooting up the whole place.
And what year was this?
I think that was like maybe like 5 years ago.
So before COVID?
So like
way before COVID.
You took me to that bar after this happened?
I did, bro.
Dude, we went back.
Dude, we went so many times back.
We still
That's my favorite bar.
I remember you saying like, oh, it's a little bit in the ghetto, but I didn't know it was that ghetto.
No, I told Jalen, I was like, bro, we're going to this bar.
It was a cool bar.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it was shot up. Like, I almost died in this place, but this place is
Dude,
poppin'.
it's a vibe. Like, anyone that likes like the old school,
it's a
like
hole
90s,
in the wall. Yeah.
like rap, hip hop, R&B, stuff like that, like that's the place to go.
Yep,
other than when it's getting shot up.
It's called The Point now.
Oh, The Point.
Like, there's a new owner because after the shooting, the guy couldn't really get clientele to go back, but there was me and Ashley,
Now the windows are all bulletproof and stuff like that, so it's all. I just get
like the Shell gas stations
with the cages
to get your shot. They had to like slide it through the bottom.
So the new owner kind of brought it back to life, and it's called The Point now.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, no, I remember, the next morning, me and Ashley were like crying, dude, because we were like, that could have been us. Like, I even messaged Matt and his friend who he was with, like double checking, making sure he was good because I saw him there that night. And it was sad. Really sad story.
Like, and right after when we started going back there, I remember we brought your little brother Christopher, and
he was like 20.
He was 20 years old. We snuck him in, and he like got because they have like a door guy. And we had a huge group, and he snuck right behind the group and just walked in, and then was drinking with us. And then, dude, he got pretty tore up. He couldn't hang with the big boys. We gave him the same speech Crystal told me, like, you want to hang out with the big boys?
He graduated, and then we tried to get Chris.
You were the big boy now?
I was the big boy. And then we kept giving the shots, and then, he thought he could drink, like, he thought he could party. He's sitting on the table like this. And we're like, hey, like, we're gonna get another round, like, sit up. And he's like, no, please, I don't want another one. And the bartender comes over and he's like, hey, this guy's cut off. And he's all, thank you so much.
No, thank you. We're like, wow.
So then we take another shot. But one of the times that we went there, I remember, I can't remember who we were with, but I walked into the bathroom and I came out. There was a huge brawl in the middle. I think it was like 2 groups of Mexicans that were fighting against each other. And I walk out. People being thrown everywhere and stuff like that. I asked for a round of shots while all this was going on. And the bartender's like, oh my God, like, no, I'm out of here. I'm running. Because of what happened, you know.
Yeah,
but
true,
I was a little intoxicated, so my
Yeah.
feelings were like numb, so I didn't really understand what was going on. And she had left a round of shots on the thing. So I was like, hey, you guys want shots? So we're taking shots while they're fighting right behind us.
Dude.
So then we take the shots and we're walking out. We're leaving because I was like, hey, like obviously it's getting crazy. We should probably go, dude. Thornton PD. It's like in a shopping. Yeah, it's like a shopping
Like
center.
20 cops, huh?
Dude, yeah, 20 cop cars. They closed off all the exits. Nobody could get out. They realized that we weren't in it, so we were kind of just walking to the gas station. We called it Uber, and they had to pick us up from across the street because it was so crowded. And they went in there, bro, guns, everything.
Cops were assuming that just in case it
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
again.
Because of what happened. So that's like something get called out over there. They knew it was serious.
So I got one from your brother, Christian, from 15 minutes ago, and he says that time we had a speed chase in town.
Oh, shit.
What? What? Okay, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, high speed chase, but it wasn't with the cops. It was
What?
with my dad.
What?
Yeah, bro. So we were trying to go to a rave, and my parents
Blur,
were
baby.
like, my parents were like, you guys are not going. Like, we know, you guys are reckless. And I was in the Charger, and I had me, Christian, and then we had 2 other friends in the car, and we were like, we're going. Like, we're going. We're gonna sneak out. We're gonna take the Charger. We're good. Well, we're like, driving through
You
town.
get Christian's Charger? It was dope.
It was
It
sick,
was
dude.
sick,
That was a
huh?
dope Charger.
Yeah.
It was a Hot Wheel car.
Yeah.
We were driving through town, and then out of nowhere, dude, we see my dad's Harley. You remember his truck?
Harley
In
Davidson
his
truck,
truck?
Yeah, the one that Christian wrecked?
Yeah.
Shout out Christian.
Many
Wrecking.
times.
yeah. You bad
Dude.
boy.
Almost killed me. It's whatever.
Yeah, I see my dad in the rear mirror, and I'm like, shit, bro, Dad. So then I speed off, like trying to like lose him. So then my dad speeds up. Dude, we're literally going like 50, 60 miles an hour going down the Mexican Park.
Oh my God.
And like speeding, dude. And then I like, I tried to lose him.
Yeah.
Well, our car was fast, but his truck was fast
Yeah, it was
too.
tricked out. Yeah, I remember that.
And I don't know how, like I finally like speeding through town, and then we get to, you guys remember where the old Pizza Hut was?
Yeah.
There's like, I just remember like we finally lost him, and then I speed into the Pizza Hut, and there's like this big old bump.
Yep.
And then there's like 2 cars parked, and then we just like jump, and then like I park in the middle of like 2 cars. And then we lost my dad, so we were like, oh shit, like
Take a whole L.
what just happened? Like we literally just went on a high speed chase, like
Wow.
my dad chasing us. Well, we fucking make it to the fucking rave. We were able to get out of town without my dad,
Yeah, finding you
pulling
guys.
us over. And when we get to that rave, I don't know how my mom and dad figure out what rave is in town, what rave is going down in Denver. So my mom and dad make it to the rave and find us. So then I remember we were in line, and then I looked back and I saw the red truck.
Oh
my
my
mom's red truck. And
dude,
then it
that
was
thing
like, it
quick,
was
too.
back in the day when it was like snowy and watery.
Yeah.
And that, there was like people walking in there, and my mom drives like and like splashes all the ravers.
No.
So like my mom was that pissed that she like splashed everybody with dirty ass snow
Wow.
water. And we were like, Chris, like we gotta get in. And then it was like
You guys were still trying to get in?
Yeah, it was like
At that point, I'd be like, all right, dude, let's go.
it was
Yeah.
like an underground rave. So we're like, we can run, and like they can't, there's no way my dad's gonna pay to get in,
Yeah.
or my mom, but they did. Dude.
Whoa.
They went
They
in?
did.
Wow.
They went in.
I didn't know they like Raymond that much.
Right? So I remember, like, I see my dad walking in the door, and we're, like, running, dude, trying to get away from him. We're still running, dude. And at one point, my dad caught up to me, dude. He grabs me by the hair and pulls me, dude, to where I was like, all right, like, I give up.
At that point,
Like, my hair, my extensions, like,
Oh
don't
my
touch.
God.
Like,
That is crazy.
And yeah, dude, we got our asses whooped. Like, whooped that day.
is that when he put Christian's sidekick?
No, that was
On the-
another time. No, it was Christian's iPhone and my sidekick. I had the Dwayne Wade
that was
brand new
sick.
version.
What?
Dude, it
And
had the
Christian-
basketball.
The basketball print on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Christian had the brand new iPhone that had just came out. It was a night where we snuck out, dude, and I took Christian with me, and he got drunk for the first time at the Ramada Hotel. Do you guys remember the Ramada?
In Thornton?
It was in Thornton
Yeah.
by Highway 25.
Yeah.
And he got so late, dude. There was no way I could take him home. Like, there was no way. It was his first time getting, like, fucked up. And, well, obviously we had to get home at some point.
Yeah.
And when we got home, like, my mom and dad were waiting at the door. And we went into the entertainment room, our back room. And, like, I got whooped, dude. I freaking had welts on my legs.
Wow.
So they got
My dad grabbed our phone, grabbed Christian's iPhone, my phone, and he grabbed a weight from his weight.
Yeah,
and,
from the bench
started
press.
Dude,
smashing
the
them.
funniest thing is that you guys tell me this story about your parents. I never saw your parents in a bad mood. Dude, like, my tia Sandra, in my eyes, is a saint.
I know,
She never
she's
yelled. She
sweet.
never got mad. And you tell me stories like, yeah, my mom, like, went at it. And I'm like, how can you fight my tia Sandra? She's the nicest
Dude,
person
you guys
in
don't
the
know.
world, bro. Like, obviously I understand we don't know, but I still think I can sit there and like,
No.
dude, you get a lie detector test, and I'm like, nah, she's a sweetheart. Like, she's a great woman. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, no, she is. Shout out to my parents for, like,
Dealing with you?
putting up with double the trouble. You know, I got caught at a party. I had court. Christian was there. Christian had court. So my mom would come with me, and my dad would go with Christian, like, in court because of how reckless we were.
Wow, that's crazy. That's wow. I didn't know those stories. That's pretty crazy, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was.
With like, what would you say if you already said it? Like, you know, just say that's the one. But like, what is like your craziest party story that you're like, dude, how did I even get out of there? Like, how did I survive? How did I get home? There ever parties where you had where you didn't even know how you got home?
Dude, there were so many of them. Like, I actually overdosed at a party one time.
Whoa.
Yeah, I took too much, and I took too many ecstasy pills. Me and my friends used to rave, so, like, when we would party...
Real quick, so I think kids used to tell me, like, yeah, like, we do X. I think they're doing Mucinex. Well, I know you can have
No,
that stuff.
I mean, this is my past. I don't do any of that anymore, and I'm sorry, Mom, if you watch this. Like, it's not me anymore. But, yeah, I remember, like, we were in Guate, and all my friends were there, and we were taking pills, but we didn't only, like, take ecstasy pills. We would smash them and then sniff them.
Whoa.
So, like, it was crazy, dude. There was a point in my life where I literally don't remember too much because of how blacked out I would get, and then it went from ecstasy pills to cocaine to Xanax to, like, you know, a lot of different drugs, and I honestly don't know how I made it through some of those moments, but thank God I did, because, you know, now I am where I am. But I remember at this party, I remember walking. I was walking, and then out of nowhere, my legs gave out. So I just, like, I dropped to the floor, and I, like, didn't know what was happening to me. I was like,
Like
what?
Jordan Belfort on Wolf of Wall Street.
Dude, it was crazy.
Straight up, dude.
It was crazy. So I remember my friends, like, picked me up and took me to the bedroom. And the only thing I can remember is that my whole body started going numb.
Wow.
And I started to feel, like, the tingles. You know when your leg goes tingly?
Yeah.
I felt that,
Like,
like,
numb?
throughout my whole body, but, like, times 100. And then I remember just feeling, like, my body getting hot. Like, hot. Like, if I was, like...
Like when Seal passed out in the delivery room?
Yeah,
was
pretty
hot.
much.
I was hot for that one. That was hot.
Yeah, and like, you know, my friends told me afterwards, like, dude, I think you were like overdosing, like your body gave out. And I remember, I think Ashley picked me up from that party, took me to her house, and like was able to kind of get me back to life.
Bro, Ashley's a real one.
Actually,
She
real.
is.
Okay, real quick. I know you don't talk about it. Can we talk about when she broke her ankle? That is one of the funniest stories. Just because of the way you guys acted about it and how it went down.
I love Ashley. I love you, Ashley, so much. But sometimes she takes things a little too far. So
Sometimes.
I can never tell when she's being serious or it's like over exaggerated, you know. And so we all went out downtown and we were drinking. That's when we used to go to Jackson's.
It was on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Remember?
Dude,
Every Thanksgiving.
every Thanksgiving, bro, except for this year. I didn't get it. But almost every Thanksgiving, I always get trashed.
Yeah.
And I'm always at Thanksgiving dinner all hungover. It's so bad.
It's hilarious.
But we go, and so we went to Jackson's. And they start off, it was like, for guys, it's like $25, and you drink free. All you want from 10 to midnight. So that's what we started off. Drinking. Go to all the other bars. And then we're walking back, and Ashley rolls her ankle. And she just,
Well, we only had an hour for the all you can drink.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, that's right.
I can
So,
imagine you
so
guys
within
putting
the
down.
hour, we were like, we gotta chug. Like,
I probably
we were
drank like
drinking
5, 6 Jack and
Coke.
Cokes. And then put down a couple Coors Lights.
And then
It
we
was-
went to that Cowboy. Was it the Cowboy Lounge?
Yeah, I think that's what it
And
used
when
to
we
be
were
called.
walking out of there,
Yeah.
that's where she fell, right?
Yeah, and she rolled her ankle, and she's just like, oh my, laying on the ground in front of all of downtown.
Screaming.
Oh my God. And I'm like, dude, chill out.
Yeah.
Like, you're making the scene right now. Like, chill. And
Me too. I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. Like, she's
You
too
feel bad
much.
for
She's
her.
like-
so I'm like, dude, I've sprained my ankle so many times. Like, you're fine. Like, just get up, walk. And so me and one of my friends were holding her and we're picking her up and, you know, we're walking her. I think we get an Uber or something like that. And we end up going home. And I remember everyone was just like, yo, dude, like, Ashley's being crazy, dude. Like, she's just too much. The next day I wake up and I get a text message from Crystal and she's like, hey, dude. And I'm like, yo, what up? Like, last night was crazy. Like, it was dope.
Yeah.
And she's like, Ashley broke her ankle. And I'm like, huh? And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, dude. And she sent me x-rays. Her ankle's all jacked up. She's all wrapped up in a big old boot. Like,
Because I remember waking up and I looked at her ankle and it was like big, dude. I was like,
Big old fat and
holy
bruised, dude.
shit. Like,
Insane. That's terrifying.
sorry, babe.
Yeah.
I
That's
believe
hilarious.
you
I
from
just
now
think it's
on.
hilarious. You're like, dude, she's fine. And then she's like, yeah, she broke her ankle.
Dude, yeah, me and Jalen were like, just ignore her. Like, she's fine. Like, let's get an Uber. Walk.
Yeah,
Like-
no, for real. Like, it was rough. But, I mean, I still feel bad for it. But it was still funny.
It's a
It's a good memory to think back on.
Yeah,
No.
so.
Well, is there anything before we finish up that you want to bring up? Anything that you're kind of thinking of you want to talk about?
Not really. I mean, I think we covered some pretty cool stories. And
No. Yeah, I want to say thank you so much for coming on.
yeah, of course.
I think it was awesome. It's a hilarious story. I think it's a great story. It's kind of crazy how I've grown up. Like, we have a pretty big age gap. I think it's like 7, 8 years, something like that. So, me being young, you were always a lot older. But I always grew up thinking you were the cool
I don't know, but a lot,
cousin.
bro. Chill out.
I mean, it's,
My cousin.
It's, you know, she's in 2014 and like 21 years old.
Yeah.
I was 14 years old. Just crazy. But, like, you were always the cool cousin I had growing up.
Cool. I'm
So,
Yeah.
glad
I,
to hear
you know, I
that.
thank you so much and love you and thank you for coming on. So, it just means a lot to us.
Oh, yeah, thank
Yeah.
you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I really had a lot of fun. I was a little nervous, but I mean, you guys are always cool to talk to, and it was a nice podcast. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Anything?
No, just thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys. Hopefully you guys will leave it in. All right, we're good.